Those who intend on becoming great should love neither themselves nor their own things, but only what is just, whether it happens to be done by themselves or others. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree, but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something by developing before us the powers of thought. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. The knowledge of courtesy and good manners is a very necessary study. Like grace and beauty, it begets liking and an inclination to love one another at first sight. Those who intend on becoming great should love neither themselves nor their own things, but only what is just, whether it happens to be done by themselves or others. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Love is a canvas furnished by nature and embroidered by imagination. One word frees us of all the weight and pain in life. That word is love. Fortune and love favor the brave. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Out of the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks. First say to yourself, what would you be? And then do what you need to do. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. Our life is the creation of our mind. Life is pretty simple. You do some stuff. Most fails. Some works. You do more of what works. If it works big, others quickly copy it. Then you do something else. The trick is in doing something else. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. The more sand had escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Apply yourself both now and in the next life. Without effort, you cannot be prosperous. Though the land be good, you cannot have an abundant crop without cultivation. Persuasion is achieved by the speaker's personal character when the speech is spoken as to make us think him credible. The life of money-making is one undertaken under compulsion, and wealth is evidently not the good we are seeking, for it is merely useful and for the sake of something else. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. All things will be produced in superior quantity and quality, and with greater ease, when each man works at a single occupation, in accordance with his natural gifts, and at the right moment, without meddling with anything else. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. I am all that hath been, and is, and shall be, and my veil no mortal has hitherto raised. Move thy tongue, for silence is a sign of discontent. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Anyone can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person at the right time, and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everyone's power, and that is not easy. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility, but through greatness of mind. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in few. I am called a dog because I fawn on those who give me anything. I yelp at those who refuse, and I set my teeth in rascals. A room without books is like a body without a soul. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. It is just that we should be grateful, not only to those with whose views we may agree, but also to those who have expressed more superficial views, for these also contributed something by developing before us the powers of thought. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. No one that encounters prosperity does not also encounter danger. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. Good character is not formed in a week or a month. It is created little by little, day by day. Protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character. It is hard to contend against one's heart's desire, for whatever it wishes to have it buys at the cost of soul. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. It is absurd and disgraceful to live magnificently and luxuriously when so many are hungry. Better to be wise by the misfortunes of others than by your own. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death, but once. My heart is at ease knowing that what was meant for me will never miss me, and that what misses me was never meant for me. What I hate is ignorance, smallness of imagination, the eye that sees no farther than its own lashes. All things are possible. Who you are is limited only by who you think you are. To be satisfied with a little is the greatest wisdom, and he that increaseth his riches increaseth his care. But a contented mind is a hidden treasure, and trouble findeth it not. If those who do not possess knowledge avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Happiness and freedom begin with one principle. Some things are within your control, and some are not. To know what people really think, pay regard to what they do rather than what they say. Although you may spend your life killing, you will not exhaust all your foes. But if you quell your own anger, your real enemy will be slain.